All right. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I need to get back over there. Okay. Let me try and. This is a lot of coordination, a
You
lot of
got this.
hand-eye coordination. Good morning or
Morning,
afternoon,
guys.
wherever you're at. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. The court hearing, actually, I looked it up myself. I went and Googled it up, and it said 9:30 Mountain. So I tried being on time. I've been sitting back here for an hour and still late. Just just saying. Kathy's here with me. So, and then she kind of slept in this morning, and it is what it is.
It's a comedy of errors, folks.
It's what
Welcome to Difficult Research.
it's all in the name, and with the subject matter jurisdiction. There you go. I always want to say that now for Daryl Brooks. But anyways, so the princess, the queen, has entered the building, and the court hearing has started already. And Kathy's gonna just kind of run down what has already been tweeted out. So take it over.
Okay, so Lori entered the courtroom wearing a pink blouse, black pants, and boots. She is
Yay.
also wearing shackles around her ankles. Yay. Only Archie's with her.
Oh.
Boyce intends to make rulings on pending motions this morning after arguments are completed.
Oh.
Interesting.
I was gonna say from the bench, not
Probably not, but who knows?
might surprise us.
Yeah. Pryor is arguing that he will need at least 60 days to get DNA testing done on the most recent report received Tuesday during the last hearing. Now, he's talking about the new DNA report, and I really can't do his whiny voice justice. But he said, Judge, we are talking about a significant piece of information. A piece of information that will have a profound impact on this case. I can't overemphasize the significance on what this information means.
That's who I was talking about when I said queen. He's a drama queen. No, I wasn't talking about him. But anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
wait, one more tweet. Archie is agreeing with Pryor. If my client waived her right to a speedy trial, I would also be asking for more time. But since she has held that right and held it close to her, I have to respect the constitutional autonomy that she has.
Oh, they're in cahoots. You think they got together and they were like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. What do you think?
You argue that we need more time, and I don't know. Is he setting it up for my client's going to plea out anyway, so who cares?
I think so.
or um I they're doing this because we're getting close to trial and I'm trying to pin us both down on travel.
Right? I know. So we're not making plans until after this hearing, right? To travel
Right,
to Boise, and like after this, we're gonna, or tomorrow or whatever,
tomorrow.
we're gonna talk about it. And kind of, no, we're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna do it.
No, I already
Maybe
said
it
doing it.
it depends on this hearing. And hey to everybody here that just came in, thank you, and to everybody here, thanks for being
Oh,
here. Hey
another
Jean, hey
tweet.
Weird Mom, another tweet. All right,
I'm interrupting you, sorry, but I
no, go
will.
ahead. Told you.
Archibald says there are interviews from witnesses and the FBI. This is a she can't type. It my OC grammar OCD. Anyway, Archie says there's interviews from witnesses and FBI recorded in 2020 that he just received days ago. When did he decide to start Pryor's garbage?
When
He's
did?
he's
Oh,
pulling a Pryor.
yeah,
Your Honor, I just got the information.
yeah, but you've been knowing Chad for a hot minute now, okay? And
Chad and Lori. And Lori won't see. This is where he's going to push Lori to settle or plea because he's going to say, look, you won't waive your right to a speedy trial. I can't. There's all this stuff that could probably prove you innocent, but you won't let me.
right,
So this is your best deal is we're not going to trial. Here, just plead guilty and we'll take this off the table. I don't know.
right, so silly.
I'm irritated.
I mean, but of course, this is a game, and I mean, I don't think Lori needs a reason to roll over on anybody. She's kind of she's kind of dirty that way. Um, anybody who will either ha- anybody who has a hand in not just murdering your husband, your estranged husband, more two, whatever, or and your children, and then his, oh my God, his wife, maybe, I don't know to what degree, but she they each had a lot to do with why the people we love are gone. So um anybody who is okay with that, I just they're gonna they're self-serving, they're selfish, they're narcissists, and that's what they do.
Exactly. And they gather those like minded people.
You think
And
so?
every one of those like minded people has a hand in this in one way or another. And
Yeah,
that's called conspiracy.
that's all they have to prove is a conspiracy, not the actual murders, but that they took part in a conspiracy. Jason he drives that home every week, like I
Yeah.
do with all this religious stuff. That's Jason's corner. He's like, I got this, and he's like, all they have to do is prove conspiracy, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, because in Idaho, the conspiracy charges that they're charged with hold the same penalties.
Yeah, yeah, Rombo. They sent it to a lab in California and it expedited. Yeah, quit way quicker than a lab in Idaho, and they got that back. Which, I mean, we knew it was going to come back soon because of knowing this, right? And so it did, and that's what got me on the edge. I guess I was just there's a gut feeling, just a strong gut feeling that it's ties both of them, you know, her already, and then it ties Chad. Maybe, I don't know. That's just my gut feeling. Um, I can't shake it, and when I can't shake it, I don't try to deny it.
Breaking. State is arguing that it gave the majority and bulk of evidence to the defense on time.
Yeah,
Boyce responded, these are capital charges. Are the defense not entitled to all of the disclosure? They are entitled to all evidence, not the bulk or majority.
yeah.
So the pair that Judge Boyce grew the last time seems to have shrunk back again.
Huh.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please forgive me. Do not
No,
hold that against Cresha. My opinion only.
we're due. She's just saying my thoughts out loud usually. Norma says hi.
Wait. I,
Oh, it's on.
hey, Norma.
Okay. Hi, Norma.
Yeah, I found Norma on another YouTube channel, and she's awesome.
Awesome. Kelly B asks, is Lori in protective custody while in prison because she is considered a child killer, or is she among the general prison public population? I think number two.
She's not in prison. She's in jail.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and we're talking like Idaho
And
jail.
from what somebody said about the way the jail is set up, they have like pods, and there's like 4 prisoners that have like their own cell, I think.
Yeah. On iPads and cells and hey, beach bum.
Thank you, Beach Bum. I'm so glad you're here. Um, so
Yeah.
she's with like 3 other people, but they have their own room, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
Right. I don't either. It would be cool to see a layout. I mean, just for curious minds.
Yeah,
I'm
if anybody's
curious like that.
got
I'm
one,
visual, and
if
it's.
anybody can find a layout, well, I guess they wouldn't post a
I'm
layout
gonna
of the jail for
right. I'm
breakout.
gonna Google it though, just for fun. I'll see Madison women's whatever correctional because the health. I mean the health spa, the mental health spa is. I'm gonna say for what I saw it as because I looked that up and I was like, you can earn your a privilege to stay in like this Zen room. I'm like, oh hell no, no exercise equipment, no, no.
Yeah, that they have on there because it's a public. I can't. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, me
I just
neither.
I've only
They're
been
used to
awake
me,
for an
so
hour.
they're used to it.
This is the Crochet Kathy Comedy Hour.
Yeah. Okay.
At least
I'm
this
typing.
morning.
I'm typing and looking. So
You type and look. I'm monitoring. Thank you for the super sticker, Kelly.
thank you. As always, Kelly, thank you. Okay, let's see. Well, I can take you on a field trip, I guess.
Let's go on a field trip while I'm waiting.
Yeah. You can get free Narcan here. Wait, why does that say Kentucky? Yeah, that's Kentucky.
Okay, well, I don't want to go to Kentucky.
Right, not today. There. Okay, it came up first thing. I didn't even have to type it in. All right, let's see. Let's see. Website. Okay, let's go there. Okay. All right. Welcome to the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Um, this is not what I need. I need I need to see it.
Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to put there.
Well, this is boring. Now that's the end of it. Okay. I guess they're saying no.
We can't see the jail layout. I probably to keep people safe. If I knew the layout
Yeah.
to the jail, I would be able to figure out how to get them out of there.
Throw rocks at it at the window. Like, hey, girl. Oops, that was sweet.
Oh, there is. Wait.
No, I was asking. I heard.
Oh, no,
Petition.
that was. Oh, you heard the ding. No, that was my messenger for this dumb game that I play. Oh, but yes. Very technical talk about DNA testing. The state is saying they did not have the particular DNA evidence being discussed today in its possession to complete consumptive testing until November 19th.
I didn't even hear that because I was reading.
Oh, well, quit reading when I'm
I'm
talking.
terrible. I know. My brain
Technical
said that.
talk about the DNA testing. State
I bet.
didn't have what's being discussed until November 19th, because it's what they found on the other stuff, right?
In the duct tape,
That
right?
they didn't know existed until.
I have it here. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay, good. Okay, good. Let me go back. Like I just looked up what some simple things were, but I'm sorry. Let me scooch, scooch, scooch. So this was something that Pryor had filed on behalf of Chad.
Okay, y'all, I don't know how you watch this on your phone. I'm on my laptop and I still can't see it. Oh, well, you don't need to do that for me.
It's in my lap. It's in my lap now. Anyways, it's just well, crap. It was on the 21st. It was filed on the 21st. John Pryor, defendant's reply to state's objection in brief in support of objection to defendant's motion to dismiss the indictment or indictment or to preclude the imposition of the death penalty. Comes now the defendant, Chad Guy Daybell, through undersigned counsel, and submits this reply to the state's objection in brief regarding the untimely disclosure of exculpatory evidence in this case. Because of this, you interrupt me anytime, okay?
I will.
Because of the state's untimely disclosures, Mr. Daybell cannot adequately prepare a meaningful defense. Helms is mad. I'm joking. In advance of the scheduled trial, to mitigate the prejudice caused by the state's untimely and still pending disclosures, Mr. Daybell has previously sought the more limited remedies of severing and continuing his case. Well, I mean, he's been screaming it for how long now?
Okay, why is
he was ready to go until Lori got out, and then he's been pumping the brakes ever since. It just seems that way. And so it says the state opposed those motions. The state opposed those motions. As a result, Mr. Daybell presently faces an unfair and unreliable capital trial in violation of his right to a fair trial, due process, effective assistance of counsel, and the right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment. That's interesting.
Lori's writing in her notebook. I'm sorry. That's what got tweeted.
That's awesome. Yeah. I wonder what she draws. Moroni and just saying.
She's been the last couple of hearings that she's had her notebook.
I thought about that earlier. Actually, I was just thinking about that particular thing earlier, and I was thinking, like, what the hell? I wonder if this is the first thought I had was like, I wonder if Archibald's like, hey, yeah, part of the questioning is that you're cuckoo, and so act attentive. Here's a notepad. Do this so that it looks like you're attentive and that you're mentally fit to do your trial. To
pretend like you actually know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I can just see her with her unicorn pony horn, unicorn porn horn. Doodling, you know how kids do when they like lick their lips as they're doing it, just all childlike. I swear, her hairstyles have been looking like that's where she stopped growing as a person, as a adolescent.
I agree.
They say with like alcoholism and things like that, drug abuse, that you kind of top off at whatever age you began that or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes I know what you're saying. That makes sense because
that's where she's at and that's how she's acted. I mean, even before now with hindsight, I can see that. And that's why maybe Colby, had stated that his mom was, like a boyfriend, girlfriend type deal. I don't know. That's so weird all in itself, but anyways. But I just feel like that's where she stopped maturing, and that's her. She's as mature as I guess a 16, 15, 16 year old. Well, we'll say 14, 15. I don't know. Even back then, I didn't wear my hair like that. Pursuant to the 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution and Sections 6 and 13 of Article 1 of the Constitution of the State of Idaho, the indictment should therefore be dismissed or the death penalty precluded and the state prohibited from introducing evidence regarding the same subject matter as the evidence that the state has failed to timely disclose. And then they go about the Brady standard. First, the state asserts that prosecutors are constitutionally obligated to turn over only the exculpatory evidence that is known to them. I told you, I remember saying this a couple of times. I was like, it's going to be literal. No, we don't have it. And I mean, I'm not defending. It's just dealing with the like-minded mentality, if you will. It's a pattern, and I mean it's apparent for me. It stands out, and it's not. I'm not saying it in a negative or positive way. It is. I'm just telling you what I see, So I don't want anybody to get offended or anything, but it's just a pattern.
I feel like breaking news.
Yeah.
Boyce, it appears to me as it's been disclosed that there is something there. It is DNA evidence. It came directly from a crime scene, and it's indicative of unknown persons that could further be identified through additional testing.
Wow.
Wow, my brain goes to like a gazillion different places with that.
Warwick. I mean, they even swabbed Mao. I wonder if they swapped Warwick and Gibbs. Remember when everybody would call her Gibbs?
Melanie Phibbs, DNA.
I want everybody's profiles.
I wonder if they got them.
They better have. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to pull a sled here.
Oh, God, no. Please, no.
I know, right? That I was like, oh my God, no. No, that was horrible.
But
I mean, you're not asking them to go above and beyond. You're just asking that you're there. You may as well be thorough,
Well, I got to say, I do believe that law enforcement, at least in Idaho, is a little more competent than SLED.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying completely more competent.
But I mean, Arizona, they don't even make it onto the list. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Pilar, yes. I mean, I think he did a great job for Brandon in Brandon's case. I really do. From all the docs that I've read, and I mean, he just seems to really take the initiative. And he's back to traffic, traffic patrol. I don't know what you call it. I don't cop.
Foot patrol.
Yeah. But anyways, so this goes on to say first, okay, known to them. So on the contrary, the prosecution is constitutionally obligated to seek out material exculpatory evidence from all involved government officials and agencies. The individual prosecutor has a duty to learn of any favorable evidence known to the other acting on the government's behalf in the case, including the police. Okay. Explaining that a prosecutor is deemed to have knowledge of and access to anything in the custody or control of any federal agency participating in the same investigation of the defendant. And it cites this, the duty of disclosure enunciated in Brady is an obligation of not just the individual prosecutor assigned to the case, but of all the government agents having a significant role in the investigating and prosecuting the offense. The prosecutor has a duty to seek out exculpatory information in the possession of involved government actors and agencies, yada, 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 reversing and remanding due to undisclosed exculpatory information known by FDA investigators, even though it was not disclosed to prosecutors. Friendly. Yeah, you're
I was waiting for you to finish a sentence.
right.
Boyce having a discussion with the state during their argument. Isn't the best remedy here to allow time for testing so we don't have to delve into speculation about what all this evidence is?
That's what Boyce said?
Yes.
Say that again?
Boyce having a discussion with the state during their argument. Isn't the best remedy here to allow time for testing so we don't have to delve into speculation about what all of this evidence is?
Hmm. I don't know what to glean from that.
It sounds like he's going to say, well, he can't say to Lori, you get more time, but he can say to Pryor, I'll sever your cases.
Right. How many in here think that, because this ran through my mind, called Jason last night. I said, um, if let's say Judge Boyce does sever the cases, how many think that she'll waive her right then? Because it's a game. You know, I really don't know.
Um,
At first, I thought it was a strategy, and it could be, but then the other part is just I don't know. It's crazy. They're
well,
crazy.
let's be honest. Anybody that's been following Alec, I love how they
Right.
say his name, Murdaugh,
Yeah.
knows it's not just strategy. It is a game.
Yeah. For
Look
them,
at what
it
they're
is.
doing. They're playing a game. The defense plays games with the prosecution, and the prosecution plays games with the defense.
It's a game they play.
And who cares what the victims want?
Um, right here it says Judge Boyce. I intend to make some rulings on the pending motions this morning after arguing. Oh, you already said that.
Yeah,
Duh.
you're behind me, darling.
Yeah, I am. Shocking. So shocking that I'm late. Behind. Oh man. The only time I was on time, my mom said was my birth date because that was her due date. Ever since she said nah.
Well, you're making up for, being on time.
Yeah, great. Um, I don't know. I'm looking at the Facebook one.
Oh, I'm going straight from the reporter. I'm on Twitter.
Oh, cool, cool. I didn't know her name, so I was like, oh well.
Well, I texted it to you, but you don't
You
look
did?
at
Oh,
text.
it didn't go off because it's I have my notifications off.
Right. That's okay.
Um, yeah, that the other day I turned them on for whatever reason. Um, I think just so I could catch your call or whatever, And the if I go to backspace or something, if I go to back out of my iPhone, like to another screen or do something else, that thing, the notification thing the banner comes down and I hit it on accident all the time. I'm like, God dang it. It's so distracting. That's why I keep it off. And then I just go check every now and then. But
Yeah.
anyways, so I don't know. I don't know. They didn't give the victims any luxury. They didn't give them any say so in this. And it just really sucks because it's so one sided, you know? It's always so one sided. And that's hard enough in itself to deal with. That's that takes everything I have sometimes. Like
I,
whenever I went in April, I think I had an outer body experience because I was staring a hole in her head. You know, like I don't even remember it. I don't remember the damn hearing. It's nuts. That
yeah,
close.
Eric just tweeted, doesn't sound good for state or for trial starting in April.
Oh God.
Eric, hush.
Yeah. Don't be
Oh,
negative.
wait. Dee, 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 dee. Judge Boyce says if the trial gets continued, it won't likely start until close to the end of the year, if that.
Mother effer. Mother effer.
But he can't continue Lori if she does not give up her right to a speedy trial.
And I'm with Scott on this one. Then get somebody there. Just, it doesn't matter. Whomever's ready, let's go. It's go time. You
But
know?
now Archie's saying he's not ready because of this new evidence that could,
They are such opportunists, is what they are. You know? I think so, Beach Bum. I do. I think so. It's a
oh,
gut feeling.
I
Yeah.
think she's, I
Tangent.
think Archie said a while back, if a case goes to trial, it's already a loss to him.
Oh, okay.
Do you
I
remember
know.
that?
Then he
So
don't
if,
need to be an advocate. He don't. He needs to change legislation and stuff in his state and not do it from this arena. And that's my opinion. There's other ways of going about advocating against the death penalty. You know, not doing it while you're defending
right.
a-holes.
Oh,
Oh,
excuse me, I
it's
moved
okay.
and I touched the dog, and that's what happens. Sorry, guys.
And you're right. The Reels 360. It's not up to Archie. Lori has the last say on that. I know. That's what I mean, because they represent her, and I don't know.
I wonder why she's being so adamant about not giving up.
Because she was raised by a sovereign citizen in a sovereign religion,
But she's exercising rights that, because Tom and I watch a lot of sovereign citizen
right?
fail
They're
videos.
interesting. They're interesting.
We've given up car chases and we now watch sovereign citizens.
Hey,
So
so what about you were going into it?
I was going to say something, but
Y'all watch a lot of sovereign citizens.
um, she's utilizing. Well, it is constitutional rights, but it's also state. I don't know. Never mind.
I get, I
I'm
get
not.
it.
I need
I
more
get what you're
coffee.
saying. It's okay. It's okay. Um, exactly. She's listening to her spiritual giant daddy. I said it backwards, but it sounded kind of like it fits. That's
Yeah.
what I tried to explain it to my parents. I was like, imagine a big, huge, and I hate the way it comes out, but I mean, it is what it is. A, just a big Barry Cox type thinking. Not everybody, but, you know, there's a lot of the sovereign citizen crap in here, and I mean, Mormons say that they have that whole hanging by a thread thing, and they're going to overturn uh, the U.S. government and take over and da 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 da. I mean, I didn't make it up, I just
No,
don't.
it's right there. Even I know that, and I haven't read nearly what you've read.
I have a hard time articulating it. It's all in my head. If you could just see in my head, and y'all do the JAMO job. Y'all are some troopers. I'll tell you that. K-Tech says, I feel you, KJ.
Thank you, KJ. I'm posting the tweets in Discord for anybody that's in Discord. KJ will have them on her channel community wall for people
Awesome.
that aren't in Discord. So hopefully everybody.
Yeah, she plays. That's what she does. That's what Lori does. That's what my aunt Cheryl had mentioned a long time ago in the court documents with the child custody. When their cases got joined and they would go to custody hearings. Lori and Joe and Charles and Cheryl. She said that Lori played to the court She enjoyed it. So this is her niche. This is what she likes. She, I guess, doesn't care if it's negative or positive as long as she's getting attention, you know? And it's sad. It's freaking sad.
It's more than
Very
sad,
sad.
it's aggravating, and
That's,
but
yeah.
because even negative attention is attention.
Right.
As we all know, if you're a mom or a dad, negative attention is still attention.
Right. It's true. I've done it myself. I can think back of times when I was growing up, Yeah, she's willing to die on that hill because she really thinks it's advantageous to her. She's still playing a game until the day she dies. I mean, if a translated being can die. Top of the morning to you too, Jessica.
I
I
can't
say
see
that.
chat.
I say that kind of stuff all the time. I'm like, top of the morning to you. I was married to a Brit. um, yeah, they were entertaining too. My ex-in-laws. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
want
never.
Chad coffee. I want my own coffee.
Yeah, Chad don't
He's
drink
bringing me
coffee.
coffee from the dang portal.
Chad doesn't drink coffee.
That's true. Chad doesn't drink coffee, Tom.
um, yeah, I agree. Someone needs to start talking. A long time ago, one of them needs to sing to get this case going. One of them needs to roll over on the other. I agree. Oh, I mean, it's like I don't know. It's so many different plays in this. It's like each little step in a forward direction or whatever means okay. Well, here's all these plays we can do, and it sucks because I don't know legalese. I'm learning as I go.
I've
Yeah,
forgotten more than I've learned, but I'm relearning it
yeah.
very quickly. Come on,
All
tweet some
right.
more. It's been 8
And
minutes since a tweet. Makes me
yeah,
nervous.
Nate's just a little quicker at it. It's not Nate today, so that
No,
hussy has
Nate's
to
out of
go it
town.
alone. She will never be in China presence again. Oh, Chin's presence, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, China presence. Okay.
Come on, you got to read Taiwanese.
I don't know, KJ, if they did or not. Uh, did Kay or Larry see this coming? I don't know. I mean, I I want to say yeah, but then I don't speak for them. I don't want to say any one way or the other. I didn't pick that up. Um, you know. Oh, you're fired, Mad Donut. Welcome to the club.
Mad Donut, you must report to the principal's office.
I'm late, y'all. Well, we can't have none of that here.
We were late too, so it doesn't matter.
And look, we're still waiting. See, hurry up and wait. Anyone else think from the DNA test, Lori's niece Melanie is probably crapping herself? I don't think they have a conscience, honestly. I really don't. Um,
But Melanice wasn't there, was she? She didn't come till after.
she still visited.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She still visited, and I'd actually let me grab it real quick. Actually, yeah, I actually hold on. I'm gonna pull it up in Canva real quick because I did find something that let me hush so I can just go to where I need to go. If I talk, I tend to not move.
Okay, don't talk, don't listen, I'll talk.
Okay.
Actually, I can't. Hold on, guys. I got a cough.
Hell no. All right. Okay. This was something that I had found, um, and so I just kind of put it into my Canva app just so I can do this. Okay. And I mean, this was I had shared it a while back, and it's in one of my little videos with just info in it. I want to say it's called like-minded people. I don't know.
Oh, I
Anyways,
looked at that the other day.
yeah, there's so many just screenshots and things from around, and then I've run back across them, and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about this. And so this kind of ties into what we ran into earlier this week, Monday, about Tammy and where Lori was. Okay. Audrey Baratero, that kind of thing. So at 10:55, this is on crap. On I don't want you to see. I didn't finish none of this, so I was starting here. That's not it either. Okay, it was in 1980. No, it was not. Oh crap! I'm gonna have to go look it up. I did it wrong. Okay, 10/7. There we go. Of 2019. So October 7, 2019. At 10:55 hours, Lori Googled blank. At 11:38 hours, a text was sent to Lori from an unknown person that was deleted and recovered. At 11:59 hours, Lori sent a text to an unknown person that was deleted and recovered. At 12:03 hours, Lori sent a text to an unknown person that was deleted and recovered. At 14:23 hours, Lori sent a text to an unknown person that was deleted and recovered. So they did that, okay, a lot, obviously. There are then Google searches for flights from Phoenix to Missouri. At 14:31 hours, Lori sent a text to an unknown person that was deleted and recovered. 10:08. At 8:55 hours, Lori sent a text to an unknown person, deleted and recovered. Lori texted Audrey, presumably at 8:57 hours. At 11:15 hours, Lori texted Melanie Boudreaux. They throw me off. Like, I wonder who the unknown person is. But anyways, on 10/9, and this is the day Tammy got shot at, there are pictures and videos of a young child at a splash pad. It is obvious that Lori stayed with Melanie during this time.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, but Lori on her, whatever, what do you call it? Alibi, said that she was talking about when Tammy died. She was in Hawaii, and she was with who? Audrey and Melanie's, allegedly. So she either has something on them, and vice versa. It's like a witch pact. I don't know. Anyways,
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, Lori. Let me do this. Lori booked a flight for 10/20/2019 from Phoenix to Idaho. Day after Tammy's sudden Phoenix to Idaho. The day after Tammy's sudden death. But did Lori take the flight? I didn't put that in there. 10/23/19. iCloud documents photos taken in Hawaii on 10/23/19. Because I thought it was weird that Lori's like, Melanie Gibb allegedly calls Lori or texts Lori and says, hey, did you hear? Miss, I don't gossip and all that. I don't watch the news. Tammy died. And Lori's like, oh, I didn't know. It's 6:00 in the morning here in Hawaii. And I'm like, who says that? Who tells people what time it is? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't go. Anyway.
Well, it sounds like she needed to say in Hawaii.
Right. Just like a kid would do if they're trying to lie to their parents, I'm with Bob, it's stupid. But then again, look at what we're dealing with. So, but I like how, Lori booked a flight for 10/20 from Phoenix to Idaho, day after Tammy's sudden death. But did Lori take the flight? On 10/23/19, iCloud documents photos taken in Hawaii on 10/23/19. Oh, I did it twice. Okay. 11/3/19, Lori takes flight from I'm sorry, I always say South Lake Charles, Salt Lake City to Kauai, gets married to Chad Daybell on 11/5. Hmm. Why wouldn't they go together? Stays at Kauai Beach Resort from 11/3 to 11/6. 11/7 to 11/8. Chad and Lori inquire about rental homes, saying they have no children. 11/11 to 11/20. Oh, 11/11 and 11/25. Police say Lori's iCloud used this. I love this. Thank you, Tylee. Used Tylee's AirPods on 11/11 and 11/25. Seems like I wrote it twice, so it could be at the beginning and the end. 11 because I AirPods are Bluetooth enabled. Like whenever I left one of mine behind at the hospital when Jason was there, it alerted my phone, showed me exactly where it was, that I had left it behind. Same thing with my iPhones, and that's all that Uncle Charles and them used was Apple. So it's just good to know, because it's another
Wait,
tracking. It's a location tracking.
AirPods are those things, they're like the things you put in your ears, right?
Yes,
Sorry, I don't Apple. And
they're
you
like
can actually track
they're like
their
this.
location?
Yes, these are mine. Well, good God.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. So I think that's super. It's stellar. It's good stuff. Okay, I made my camera blur. Oh, it came back. All right. So it wasn't showing y'all, or I was just reading. It wasn't showing y'all because I never did show y'all. Oh, okay. Never mind. I had a blonde moment. I am still having one. I think. Wow.
It's one of those days.
Yes. So okay. So they police say Lori's iCloud used Tylee's AirPods on 11/11 and 11/25. 11/12/19. Lori and Chad go to temple in Hawaii. FBI Salt Lake City agent said on 12/14/19 that Ian Pulowski, now married to Melanie, told him Chad and Lori called Melanie the night before, saying, so this is on 12/14, so 12/13, saying Rexburg PD threatened to exhume Tammy Daybell's body. Per Ian, via FBI agent, Chad and Lori seemed to not know the exhumation had taken place already and thought the FBI's involvement was a rumor and a scare tactic.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, for fun. Chandler PD email on 12/17 says someone tried to log into Tylee Ryan's Facebook account from IP addresses in California. Oh, I didn't get to fix none of this. In California and Kansas. On 12/20/19. Dang, yeah, okay. I was like, that's when they announced. Anyways, Rexburg PD announces JJ and Tylee are missing. Lori and Chad refuse to cooperate, and that Rexburg PD is working with FBI, Fremont County, and authorities in Arizona to locate them. 11/26 is the date for meeting between Rexburg PD and Fremont County Sheriff's officers regarding welfare check for JJ. Welfare check happened same day. 11/27. Police serve search warrants at Lori's townhome and Alex's apartment where they find large number of firearms. I don't remember none of this.
Don't either.
I've heard it, but it's not been something that's embellished, I guess, or it's not a key point, I guess. Just how everybody, it takes you like a half hour just to catch everybody up and give them an overview.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lori and Chad. Okay. From 11/28/19 to 12/1, Lori and Chad are in Southern California, staying at a hotel at La Mirada Bueno Park. And I know that's whenever they went to Knott's Berry Farm with Chad's children. They had 2 hotel rooms. That's the first vacation ever for the Daybell children, siblings. Okay. Lori and Chad fly from LAX to Kauai on 12/1. Gilbert PD's. See, I feel like this is when they went to Zalema and gave. That's when she gave Zalema the scissors. If I had, that's yeah. Remember the scissor story?
Oh, yeah. Why would
Gilbert
she give
PD's.
her those scissors?
I don't know. I don't know. I went on a whole deep dive looking at the meaning and the symbolism of that. Um, but anyways, that's just Zalema in my opinion, throwing distraction, just like the plastic and the
Oh,
massage. Yeah.
yeah.
In that interview, she actually says that Alex um, massaged her, and he was like, "What is it with you translated people?" I was like, "Aha, gotcha."
Ooh.
Yep. Gilbert. Okay, so they fly to from LAX from Los Angeles to Kauai on 12/1.
Oh, D.
Go ahead.
This will only take a second. Judge Boyce has requested a 20-minute recess to allow him time to deliberate on his rulings. Okay, so we
Is he
got
calling
20
the
minutes.
McConkey helpline?
Probably. He's got he's
Oh, sorry, but not. I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
yeah, it's a sorry, not sorry moment.
Ugh.
So, well, that gives us 20 minutes, and plus, if the trial, this is making me nervous. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be. Usually, I'm the strong one that tells Cresha, calm down, it'll be okay. And now I'm getting all freaked out.
Yeah, that's how everybody gets around the court dates. It's weird. It's like opposite. It's like okay, I need to calm everybody down. And I mean, my mom and dad, they said the same thing too. They're like everybody goes nuts. But I mean, I get it. I don't really know what to glean from it. It's only whenever I talk with you guys, that's whenever I kind of get the most. I get the no, I don't kind of. I get the most out of the aspects and everything. Um. Anyways, it says that Gilbert PD's intel says Zalema Pastenas, Alex is. I'm not gonna read that. Gilbert PD's intel says Zalema Pastenas seen driving to Gilbert Temple. I wish I could have all the body cam from all the, or camera footage from all these temples, but
I know.
the night prior, police say woman and man appearing to be Zalema and Alex were together by leaving his silver Ford F-150. Oh, well, there it is. Oh, what the hell did I do? Y'all, this is not ready for this, and here I am going at it.
Well, look what we did last time. We got to fill the 20 minutes, and
Yeah. But yeah, this is the beginning of it where it's like a FBI. It's in the communications from like one of the first FOIA things when we got all the things from ABAL and stuff like that. And it's from one officer to another, and it says, "Good morning. Just going through Lori's iCloud. Blah blah blah. Here's a timeline that I came up with this morning to look into this evidence further." And so then, yeah, okay. So let me scroll down to where I was and pick back up. Okay, yeah, that's. Oh hell, I just messed up big time. Okay, I did that. On 10/9, there are pictures and videos of a young child at a splash pad. It's obvious that Lori stayed with Melanie during this time. I think that we also confirmed that Lori flew from Idaho to Arizona alone during this time, so she probably just brought JJ's iPad with her. Would be interesting to see if it connected in Missouri between the 10th and the 12th.
ooh,
Police imply Lori was in Missouri from 10/10 to 10/12 because they say it would be interesting to know if JJ's iPad connected out there. Since she brought it along on trip to Arizona, that tells me a lot, because they knew that she brought it to Arizona. Yeah, it would be interesting.
and why would
More
she take poor JJ's iPad if he was
without it,
fine and being held in
if he
a,
was safe and happy.
because that's something that kept him.
Yeah, that helped him with his
That
autism.
yeah,
ADHD. Yeah. I mean, it was like special apps and stuff that would just engage,
right.
keep him engaged. Um, Lori
Good.
booked a flight. No,
Sorry.
it's fine. Lori booked a flight for 10:20 from Phoenix to Idaho, day after here we are. Day after Tammy's sudden death, but did Lori take the flight? 10:23. iCloud documents. All right, photos taken in Hawaii. I'm so sorry for the repetition. 11:03. Lori takes flight from Salt Lake City to Kauai. Gets married to Chad. 11:03 to 11:06. Stays at Kauai Beach Resort. Oh hell. Oh, okay. All right. Chad and Lori on 11:07 and 11:08. Chad and Lori inquire about rental homes, saying they have no children. I have screenshots from that lady. She was like, they done snuff. He done snuffed the life out of his wife, because she.
Right.
I was like, you go, girl. You know, she's over there in Hawaii. Sorry, in Hawaii, and she just not very tech savvy. I get it, but I mean, she did great. If nobody's told her that, she went up to the FBI over there in Hawaii, and she was like, "Hey." So, um, all right. So then 11:11 and 11:25. That's whenever Lori's used Tylee's AirPods had to be on. Yeah. So they used her. I.
Okay. So Tylee doesn't need her AirPods.
Mm-mm.
JJ doesn't need his iPad, but
They
they're fine and safe. Tylee's at school. Why would she not want her AirPods?
Right. She would be out of school because that's Thanksgiving.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah. And
sh-
not only that, um oh crap, what was it? Oh, they told the lady that they were trying to rent from they had no children. The lady I was just telling you about.
Right.
Um
Well, well, she didn't. Chad still has kids, but not maybe minor children.
right. She's an empty nester. And so it always has bugged me because I'm like, what if Chad is gonna say something like, well, she told me that she didn't have kids, that Tylee died a year ago or a year before her dad. I try to run these things through my head. And I'm just like, you're stupid because then the kids end up on your property. Where I come from in Louisiana, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Well, the thing is, Chad visited Lori in Phoenix. There is no way he did not know she
Right.
had 2 children.
And then the Jeep. And then he's talking to Alex. Bull. I'm telling you, they're going to bury his ass.
And
They're going to,
all of
they just have to
the
prove the
ladies in the
conspiracy.
circle know she has kids.
Yeah. Yes. And all they have to prove is conspiracy.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. So I try not to sweat that. You know, that's because I mean it's in God. That part's in God's hands for me. I'm just like I have no say so, anyways, right? Um. Oh my gosh, is it just going over and over again? Okay. Let me go. Lori and Chad refuse. Let's see. Meeting. Police serve search warrants. Yeah. Lori and Chad in Southern California. Okay. Okay, here we go. Tammy's body exhumed in Utah on 12/11. Alex dies in Zalima's home. Look. Oh, what the hell? I don't know what it just said. I don't appreciate it though. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh wait. This was left out too at 10:21 hours on 10/7. Alex sent her a text message asking her where she was. Lori. She responded, JJ school. Be home in a few minutes. That's on 10/7.
Is that
So
when she went to get the no.
that's when she was allegedly in.
She's in Rexburg
Arizona.
then. Wait,
She's everywhere. She portaling.
she gotta be.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't want to say anything because they're just kind of repeating at this point.
Yeah.
So this is aggravating. But anyways, it's on some screenshots that I have for sure in a video. I have them in my phone, but I'm not about to go in there. Yeah, the night prior. Okay. Okay, and then here's this one where it says possibly last known photo of JJ taken in Lori's iPhone in Rexburg at 11:46 a.m. on 9/22. Last day JJ has ever seen. 2 photos of ammunition at Idaho gun store. KJ knows all about that.
Right.
From Lori's iCloud account marked 9/23/19. Brandon Boudreaux is shot at on 10/2. Uh, someone taking picture of Alex at Mesa Falls in Idaho on 10/6. Mm-mm-mm. That's Lori's thing. That's what gets me. Lori takes pictures of people before they die.
Those
That's
are her
pattern.
trophies.
That's her trophies, right? Um, and so it either they were doing something and planning something. Well, I mean, they were planning something nefarious, anyways. I don't know if that was Plan B because that was a hot spot for Chad and Tammy and his parents. They're all have pictures. Chad, a couple of pictures actually of him and Tammy at Mesa Falls, and I just find that chilling, really. Um, I don't know.
Maybe that's where the portal is.
Maybe that's where the rocks came from. I don't know if the when they uncovered the kids, they found rocks, big stones or
Right.
whatever. And Silas had dug a hole in my yard the other day, or I saw it yesterday. But anyways, he obviously dug a hole. I was like, Jason, that's pretty deep. Like he can, he can play in the dirt and dig, like that, but he can't make holes like that. I'm just like, that's a little
Silas?
dangerous, man.
Silas, what are you planning?
No, not like that. But
I
you
know,
know what
I'm
I mean, like
kidding.
just because I'm accident prone, I will go down, even if nothing. I can trip on air. But so, um, oh, so yeah, so there was like this little twig, not a twig, but a branch, but small. And so I was taking a shovel and I was kind of trying to fill the hole back, and I actually grabbed that stick with the shovel and I kind of put it in the hole, and it made me think of Chad, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm doing it to feel kind of feel some space, right? That's why I was doing it. I was
Right.
putting stick in the hole to fill the dirt, fill it back, But I don't know. So many things trigger so many things.
Well, the slightest little thing that all of a sudden makes something else click.
Yeah. I wish when I click on it, it freaking goes. Why? Anyways, let me get out of here because that's just pissing me off. um. All right. Let's see. No new tweets.
Well, no,
Oh,
because
they're
we're,
taking a 20-minute break. That's right.
and that
That's
was 13 minutes ago. So we got just a little bit of time.
right. Okay.
I mean, Eric has tweeted.
What's Eric saying?
Eric, let me go back and find him. Eric is saying,
Negative.
um, Boyce hitting the state with sanctions about the only way for a trial to happen in April, meaning other evidence will not be allowed, dismiss indictment, or remove death penalty. Um, and then something about I don't think he meant impossible for Chad to get an extension because of new DNA. I think he meant possible.
Oh, okay.
So how could Lori still go to trial in April without the same evidence?
Oh. I see. It poses a issue, right?
Yeah, he's thinking the state might get slapped with sanctions because of this. But if they
They know
didn't
better
find it,
because they knew better.
they should have known better.
Yeah, I think that's see, if you have a solid case and you did your job, and this goes for just anybody, it's the whole integrity thing. Um, then you don't have to play games, if that's what's really going on. And if so, you you don't do it. You don't do it, and then that way it's just good and ethical, and it's the right thing to do. We want them to have a just trial, a fair trial. I do. I want them to, so that I don't have to deal with this crap.
I do too
Everybody get
because
this over with.
you if as much as I hate the fact that they get all of these considerations,
Hmm.
if they didn't, it would just this would continue forever.
Right. I actually, I wish they would drop the death penalty thing. Um, and that way we can get the show on the damn road. You know?
I wonder if Lori would plea out if the state dropped. I mean, if it for the whole case, if they dropped the death penalty.
Uh, I would think that would be the bargaining chip. That's
Yeah,
to me, in my opinion, that's what it would take. But then, and she'd do a Jodi Arias. She would love to do that. She loves to play for the cameras and the court and the attention, negative and all. And she'd have to spill the beans, because I don't think Chad's going to.
well, I think if the state offers a deal to either party, I'm hoping that part of that is you have to say what happened. And a lot of times they won't take the deal because they don't want to say what happened. It almost caused that to happen in the Watts case because he
Uh-huh.
ended up getting the deal where he did not have to get up there and say what happened.
Yeah. That's what worries me, and that we talked about that the other day, you and I. And I, I, I don't like it. I don't. I feel like they should have to face the music. It's the only way to, not right or wrong, but to see this through. Um, I don't
Well,
know.
your family needs closure, and
Yeah.
part of closure is knowing to a certain extent, because I believe them
Right.
about as much as I believe Alec, um, but something along the lines of what happened. But just saying, I did it, I'm not going to tell you how, why, or anything else, it
Right.
leaves that hanging forever.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't get to do that. The only way out is if they die, and like naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be the only way that they could get out of that, for me. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not God, so
But the possibility of them getting a plea deal and not having to um, talk if they both take one. If one takes one, they're obviously going to have to tattle on the other one,
right.
in my opinion.
And others, I would say. I mean, I want it it is about this truth for the victims. I mean, I know they're not here. They're not here to tell me or tell you or tell us what happened.
But we are
So
the
we have to
voice
let
for
the
them.
evidence talk. We have to let that we have to hopefully the prosecutors are not jacking this up. I mean, and I don't know why, and I'm being a little sarcastic there.
Oop,
Yeah,
oop. Let's see.
I agree with
Lots
you.
are talking during recess about how Lori was walking. She was walking on her tippy toes with the shackles on,
She
although
always,
she was wearing boots. Who cares?
she always does. I walk on my tippy toes.
But, okay, people, I guess You got to talk about something during break while you're waiting.
Right.
Oh, Lori's back in the courtroom.
Got it. Yeah, it'll be a long process for it has been. It's almost 4 years.
I know. I
Um,
just,
yeah, go ahead.
we're so close to the finish line, and it's, I don't know.
It's like what do you call that when you fight a bull? Um, what are those things? What are those people called?
Matador?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But it's more like um, a rodeo clown instead. And then Lori's the clown. Insane clown posse there with her makeup. Oh, don't lose your mind over it. They're not worth it over this case, but you're so classy with the way you handle all this. It's a shame the prosecution has been playing games and have made problems with none. Oh, where none should have existed. I agree with that. Um, Only because I've studied um, Lori and Chad's, background, their their roots in Mormonism. Um, it's a pattern, and they're not the first. We're not the first, and we're not going to be the last because people keep doing stuff like this and covering things up. And basically, you know how we say that Lori has not been held accountable, right?
Right.
The church has not been held accountable either, except it hurts a lot of people. And I mean, well, and by extension, so did Chad and Lori.
Right.
So do Chad and Lori. They're not dead. They're not, it still hurts. Whether it's done, it's done. So that's what I've been making videos about is just the like-mindedness.
Okay,
Hurts.
court's
I've
back
always
in
said,
session.
oh, good.
Sorry to interrupt
Oh,
you, but
go
no, I got to do.
ahead.
Not that it's really saying anything, but court's back in session, so hopefully the tweets will start again.
Right. Siobhan, Lorhor, and Dumbbell think they're so clever, but there's no way out for them. Like KJ says, demons in the damn corner. That's what I picture them like hissing, you know. Chad cannot deny knowing about the kids. He listed them as light, dark, etc. He also made the call to Mel G about JJ. Amen. Amen to that. Mm-hmm. She's a female dog. Right on. Right on.
I got a better word for it, but it's a word I never use, so
Yeah, I used to see one. So,
well, that's the word I don't use, and
right.
I don't want your channel to get taken
That's
down if I
because you can call
accidentally say it.
anybody. You can call anybody a bitch. I'm just saying. But
I'm
when
a
you say
bitch
the
and
C
proud of
word,
it.
I mean business. That's like, oh yeah, I said it. you know? Yeah. If they plead
Oh
out,
my God.
this one says if they plead out, I'm sorry, plead, don't they have to say exactly their part was? I would hope. I would hope. Who knows? Who knows with this?
I got to add some humor here. Eric just replied to Kate about the tiptoeing. Shackle burns. Sorry.
Hey Lord.
Every
Why is she still dressing in regular clothes? Why are they still dressing in regular clothes?
That's a good question.
It
Maybe
is.
because they are allowing reporters and the public in.
I don't give a shit. They can do that only whenever they go to trial. There's
I
no
agree.
cameras. I just pulled a Nancy Grace on you. I'm sorry.
Oh, shame, shame.
Where I'm like, draw you in and say, no, I'm a fence cat. Well, so am I. Anyway, sorry about that. But that's silly. I don't know it. PWAP. I don't know what PWAP means.
Prior with a prior.
Oh.
We have shortened it down to PWAP because it was
Well,
just getting too much for people on tablets and phones to type prior with a prior.
right? And it's just like the PWAP smears.
No, God.
No, remember PAP? And they even said it. I have a screenshot of them saying
Yeah, I know.
something about pap smears. I was like, oh my God, you don't do that. But they did. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Crochet and Bammy.
Oh, I didn't see what
And
she's.
it's not protection of Lori and Chad. Trust me. It's protection of their ties, in my opinion. Not Kathy's, mine.
It's my
Because
opinion
I
too.
feel like if it goes there, it's going to what? Shed some light that's negative, and the church will not have that. Trust me. That's why I think, and that's why she keeps going mentally incompetent. In my honest, gut researched feeling. But now let me answer the question. Do they think Lori would go mentally unstable if she would wear prison garb? I don't get it. I think they, and I know this sounds so, I don't trust what we're having to deal with here. And I did it first, you know, but that has diminished as I have researched into the church and the mob like mentality that comes with a lot of the people, the leaders, even a lot of the leaders throughout history, throughout Mormonism history, is violence. They didn't dub them Mormon Mafia because they were, selling Girl Scout cookies or nothing. And I hate to even bring Girl Scouts into this because I know about Boy Scouts of America and how they settled with people because of, you know, SA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Siri just said, one moment. No, girl. No, I called you. Anyways, they're still, Ron Hensley says they're still considered innocent and the judge allowed civilian clothes for all court proceedings. Yeah.
But not in every case. We've
Yeah.
seen
But
defendants come to hearings
I
in their
think
jail clothes.
I think that they did this for Lori and Chad though. I think that's what Ron's referring to because I do remember this being brought up.
Well, yeah, they did have to. They were wearing them, and then all of a sudden it was a quick,
Formality.
let's file a motion
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
because.
Asking for forgiveness afterwards, kind of.
And if you think about it, last hearing that got continued that we were covering, Lori was on Zoom, but she was still in street clothes,
Yeah.
and
And
so
and
was
then
Chad.
again, this is where I go to the whole um, trying to take the higher road and show grace. I guess is like, okay, enjoy them now, hooker, because you're not going to enjoy them forever. This is going to come to an end, and you know that it is what it is. She put herself there. He put himself there. They put themselves there. I love that word, that phrase, theocratic warfare. Thank you, Donna. I couldn't think of it again the other day. Oh, Lil Brand's is late. What are we gonna do? Vote her off the island?
No, she just has to report to the principal's office for a scolding.
That's it, girl. We were late too, so late on time. Should have, Kelly B says, should have forced Chad and Lori to separate from the get go. Amen. They have the same attorney and same law firm representing them. How does that work? I think they would meet, Mark Means and John Pryor would meet at the water cooler. And yeah, I agree with you 144,000%, Kelly B.
I'm going to gossip.
Go for it.
Do you know that Mark Means comments on Eric's Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Oh,
Eric has always And it was always slammed Mark, from the jump. Any tweet that Mark tweets out, Eric is right there with these couple screenshots that he has that he just bam, you're
Yeah.
representing this, somebody that does this, and he's like, and it's like the kids, you know, the property and Charles and Tam, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, I love you for that. Oh my God, I love you for
And
that.
I think it's funny that he's still doing it.
Right?
I'm sorry.
I think
Eric,
it's shitty.
If you're listening, don't get mad at me for saying
I,
anything.
right? I think it's shitty that Mark Means got the gag order thing put on him after he got DQ'd. I'm not taking up for the defense. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I'm against this corruption crap. If you can't fight fair, like my Uncle Charles walking into Lori's house to get his son to take him to school, breakfast and school, and you're going to say he came in there with a bat, or I'm sorry, grabbed Tylee's bat. So that's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. You fight fair or you don't fight at all, And they are some sucker punching assholes. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Deet, deet,
going
deet, deet, deet.
good. I need to calm down.
New tweet. You calm while I read. Boyce. Circumstances can arise, and the court has to consider whether or not going forward with a joint trial in this case can impair the due process rights of the defendants. Does
Okay.
that sound like he's about to sever
I
the
think so.
cases?
It would be wise of him to. No, Mark Means isn't in the Zoom, Gene.
No, Gene, we were just talking about how he tweets with
How,
Eric.
yeah, how he tweets with Eric and how I don't care about, because Mark Means was calling the church out with this helpline thing. I'm telling you, I don't know for sure, but I mean, oh my God, it's obvious. It's obvious. Ugh, I don't like this elephant in the room. I don't.
I don't either. And
And
it's
I don't. I'm. I don't want to be scared either to say what I'm actually feeling, what I'm actually seeing, what I've actually read and learned for myself. Um, I don't want to have to worry about being murdered or character assassinated or just being here on YouTube or whatever. Um, that's punishment. They do that. That's what they do. That silent thing. I don't know. It's just different forms of abuse, and it's bullshit because they're one, two, three, four souls that aren't here. And if it were up to them, it would be Brandon, my mom, Joe, and Stacy. I mean, just all these people, and that's just right here in this realm. That's not even other people that they have hurt
deet, 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 deet.
in silence. Go ahead.
Boyce. What I'm absolutely not willing to do is engage in any speculation about what this new DNA evidence may end up revealing.
That's
Huh?
because he already knows, right? I
Somebody
mean,
knows, but
isn't that what they did the whole last week for? I mean, Monday.
well, the state, it sounds like the DNA came back as not, I don't know if I'm reading the tweets right, and that's all I've got to go on because we don't have the audio yet.
Like if you're reading them out of context or not.
Well, I'm reading them in order, but I'm getting somebody else's
Right.
what they're saying, so I feel like I'm playing telephone a little bit.
Yeah.
But it seems like the DNA may show somebody other than Chad and Lori
What about Alex? I mean,
or Alex. I mean, they must have his DNA.
good.
But the speculation about what the new DNA evidence may end up revealing.
Wow. I wish my parents were there. God dang it.
So,
or the author. Joking.
okay, Larry, we need you.
Yeah. Um. God dang, that's got my head spinning. Okay,
Because now we're speculating.
I'm gonna. I'm just kind of briefing over last week, or sorry, Monday's hearing that's continued to today, right?
I know it feels like it was a year ago.
Yeah. Um. And it says, District Judge Boyce scheduled
Oh,
Monday. Go ahead.
dear Lord.
What?
Chad Daybell's case has been continued.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Caitlin, did you post that yet? No. How did Eric get it before she did? Okay, well, anyway, according to Eric, because he's got breaking,
Yes, I
Chad
do. So,
Daybell's case has been continued.
the person tweeting Laurie Girl 63 is from East Idaho News. Nate Eaton is on vacation today, or he said he wasn't going to be there, and that Kate would be doing the tweeting.
Caitlin Hart.
Caitlin Hart.
News with Kate.
I think so, Rombo.
And I'm following her and Eric because they're both.
Yeah. Siobhan said the DNA came back with an unknown person, which is why I said Melanie is probably crapping herself. Gotcha.
Oh, well, yeah.
Thank you.
But you would think that they would have the key players. I don't know. When's it been continued to?
So that's just the hairs, though.
So if Chad's case has been continued, it does not say Lori's case has been continued. Does that mean they're severed?
I think they're severed, then she goes. He don't. There you go.
Come on, Caitlin, I need more information. Sorry.
Yeah, Caitlin.
I'm yelling at my computer and you guys can hear me.
I do the same thing.
This is what I do when Crush is on and you guys can't hear me. I'm yelling at the TV and everything and my computer.
Well, Kelly B, to answer that, I mean, they're building another, in little bitty Rexburg, 28,000 people, right? And they're building another temple. And the stuff I've read about when they dedicate a temple,
Okay.
makes me sick.
Boyce. The length of the delay, if I were to continue this, it would be up to Ada County, and I don't believe it could be a short delay. It would have to be more than 6 months additionally. That was just 28 seconds from Caitlin, so now I'm not sure where Eric got.
Yeah.
But it was continued. So I'm going to go with Caitlin right now.
They did get Mal's DNA, yes.
Oh, we know that.
Because he was like 300, allegedly, 350 miles away from there. He was in Billings, Montana the same weekend that JJ was
right.
murdered. I'm telling you, I see a whole, why are you going to do a ritualistic? And it is. I mean, if that bothers you, then I understand. But again, it's for religious purposes. It's horrifying. It sucks. And it does happen. Even if I come to find out that it didn't happen in this case, then it's still happening to other victims.
Wait,
Go ahead.
Boyce. If I force a continuance here, then I have to violate Mrs. Vallow Daybell's right to a speedy trial.
Say that again.
Boyce said, if I force a continuance here, then he has to violate Laura Hoare's right to a speedy trial. So I think he's getting ready to say he's about to sever him.
Badger says, glad I'm not alone at yelling at the screen.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're not. if I did commentary, I think I've done it a few times. I'm like, "Bark, bark, bark." I'm like, that's nothing. That's nothing. Crochet and Bambi says that doesn't make sense.
I'm trying to get. Okay, wait. Let's go back.
Oh, I don't know, Beach Bum. That's what I'm saying. I don't. I wonder if she's gonna waive her right now. Just to be like, oh yeah, or if she's pleading out. I don't know.
It's weird because if in fact Chad's part of the case got continued, which was reported by someone else, then they have to be severed.
Hmm.
And she doesn't want to go without him. So she may.
That's correct, Kelly. All they have to do is prove conspiracy, not actual murder. But I mean, except Chad's charged with Tammy's first-degree murder.
Right.
But the conspiracy charges, all they have to do is prove the conspiracy, not the murder, not the actual crime. Conspiracy is the crime.
And there's enough circumstantial, if
Mm.
not actual, evidence to prove conspiracy. Okay.
Oh God.
Deet, deet, deet. Judge Boyce will sever the Vallow Daybell trial.
Okay. So it's official.
It is official.
Lopez says,
Okay.
pass it to the left. Yeah, I'm right there with you. The reels 360.
I need a drink. And I
Hey,
don't drink.
I can deal with this because it's actual. It's not just hoping for a women a prayer or whatever the hell. I mean, kinda. It's still at the mercy of the court.
Okay, so if they're severing the trial,
Severed.
Lori goes to trial in April. Right?
Just brought me
Yes.
food.
Just say yes.
Oh yes. Jason just brought me food. So,
Oh, that was so nice of him.
yes.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes.
Where's mine?
It's over here.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, come on. I feel like things can move forward now too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm hoping things can move forward, but I'm still making my plane reservation and paying the extra $100 or so to be able to cancel it at the last minute
Right.
if she pleads out because she doesn't want to go to trial without.
Yeah.
And she's got, see, this is the thing. Chad's stupid.
Right.
Yeah, Kelly B. But
Yeah.
first to go to trial has the advantage
Mm-hmm.
in some ways. But it also lets, if it in fact goes on, it lets, guy, I can't remember his name. Oh, Pryor with the Pryor
Oh,
know what will happen in Chad's trial. Because
yeah.
he's going to be sitting there every single day of Lori's trial.
Yeah. KJ says, I think I will do a live stream later. Right. Oh, man.
I'm ready to go do a live stream, and I don't even have a channel.
Lori Girl. Lori Girl says she will be convicted. Let it begin. Laissez-les bon
God,
temps
I hope
rouler,
so.
right? Let the good times roll. I'm right there with you.
Oh,
Right
no. Oh, okay. Phew, never mind. April 3rd trial date will be vacated for Chad, not
Okay.
for Lori. That
Well,
scared me when I first read it. I was,
yeah. Definitely. I held my breath for a second there.
but we don't have yet whether anything about Lori, but so we know Chad will not be at the trial in April.
Right.
And I'm going to just, this is my opinion. I am not speaking for Kresha. I don't really give a dang about Chad Daybell. I am more interested in Lori's trial. I want justice for everybody. But me personally, I'm not going to spend the money to go see Chad unless Crescia needs me to. But I will be there for Lori.
Right.
Sorry, guys. That's just
Thank
me
you.
telling Crescia.
Yeah. Badger says, I don't see Lori pleading out, especially since Archibald has pretty much said she doesn't believe she'll be found guilty. That's true, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
fine, Archie.
that's a good take on that.
I will see you in April then.
Yep. And my birthday's May 3rd. Tammy's was May 4th. We'll be there during my birthday. Or I'll be there.
You will. I won't. Unless I can talk someone into letting me stay in longer.
Right? Please, can my friend stay?
He hasn't heard it yet.
Allison says, is severing them good or bad? What's your opinion and why? Because I think that it's like just time to get the show on the road. It's time to get somebody there. I don't care at this point. I'm just ready to, I'm ready. We're all ready for them to face the music. This has been almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years, July 11th. I know it's like what, March, but I mean,
It's been too
Chad
long.
whenever Charles and Lori were, when she was playing all those games and taking Bailey's leash and throwing all their clothes out, JJ's too, and just uh, on that however many day hiatus, Uncle Charles was trying to get her served, and she's playing all these games, and all the while, her and her little friends and her boyfriend are praying for people to die. And they think that's normal. And they all get like this free pass, it seems. I can't find pictures hardly of Christina or Serena and all these other Jezebels, who think it's okay to pray that way and participate in these things. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what Lori and Chad told you, allegedly. You're a freaking grown ass woman. You have kids and grandchildren probably. You know better. It just sucks. Thank you, KJ. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, KJ.
Love always wins. Yep. It will. It's like we don't have a. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say it will.
Right. It has to. There's this positive out of this negative, I know that it doesn't mean that, love won, this isn't the love one cult.
No.
Love wins. This is something that my uncle said. Okay. My uncle believed in this. He followed his heart. Yes. It was the death of him, but at least he went out being who he was in life. And I totally, totally am honored. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Donna. That's very sweet.
Oh, thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Very, very generous, and thank you. Appreciate it. Beach Bum said, Tom Vaughn, you need to do laugh tracks.
Now, in a second, he will hear that through his headphones, and you'll hear a laugh. Because he's behind.
True. He's behind times. Yes,
Our
there's little
computers don't sync.
There is a little information about them. There he goes.
We love you, Tom.
We do. We do. Tom Bond. Learn and grow. We do need cameras. We do. Oh, yeah. Right? I can just picture her braiding somebody's hair. I used to say that I could picture Lori and Jodi Arias braiding each other's hair. I don't
Well,
know.
that's still a possibility
It is
if
still a
Arizona gets their butt in gear.
Well, they're waiting for Arizona to be done.
I mean,
I
Idaho.
remember them saying that somewhere. No.
All right, come on, somebody tweet something else.
We do need Tom's laugh on a soundbite.
He's got a great laugh.
Tom is today's Valentine.
Yeah, and he's got a waiting list apparently for the next 10 years of people that want him for their Valentine because we don't do mandatory romance day.
Oh, you don't do wife swap? Husband swap?
But I was like, okay, Wayne's gone. KJ, take Tom. He can be your Valentine for the day.
Oh my gosh, Mr.
Yeah,
Tom.
there. See, I told you he's on a freaking waiting list. Or
Romeo.
people are on a waiting
I
list.
was unaware. Done it. What do I gotta find?
Yeah, you missed that whole thing.
I need a
Sorry.
petition. Yeah, yeah. Okay, y'all, Mr. Tom, he's not about to walk out the door. Nothing to do with this, but y'all please look at the vids of the injustice of Lisa Edwards being kicked out of a hospital. Another, I can't breathe. What? I have not heard that of this person at all.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
And it does. To me, it's justice through understanding, like KJ has taught me, and I'm sure many others, that justice is different. Justin, oh wow. That was my cousin who just got murdered.
Yeah.
Justin. Oh wow. That's nuts. Justice has a different meaning for everybody, Just like everybody's heaven is different, everybody's hell is different. Uh, my mainstream is different. My definition for mainstream is so different. um, yeah. So justice is through understanding. I'm googling Lisa Edwards.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, let's see. Here, let me. I don't want to get too off subject though. I love a funny man, right? Mm. Let's see. Well, so for anybody here, y'all Google up Lisa Edwards and check into that because it looks. I mean, I have only read the first line, and I'm like, oh God, yeah, I've got to see this later. Oh, oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Shocker. So
No.
copy and paste the link into the chat. Thank you for that suggestion.
Okay, so
I don't know.
come on, Caitlin. I'm sorry. I'm gonna yell. I'm yelling at a reporter through Twitter who can't hear me. So
yeah, I know. Damn them. Siri hears you. Oh wow. Gail Johnson says I was close to a family that had a notorious death. The U.S. president's wife calls. TV interviews, memorial events of all kinds that go on for years. It never ends and keeps the pain fresh. That is for sure. Every little movement in this, it's you're never able to heal really, and that is one negative. I mean, I say one negative. That is one thing that I did discuss with Jason was, I'm ready. No, Jason told me that. He was like, you'll better put it behind you. And I was like, is that how it works? I don't know. It's just going to shift, I think. Because once, if at all, once these get adjudicated, it doesn't mean that the pain goes away, right? So,
no.
But my my advocacy work, the things that I have wanted to do, and all the holes that I've seen, all the things that let them through their hands. If not, if kind of put them out there, put them as vulnerable, put them in harm's way. And I mean, I want to pass bills and laws, and I know my parents do too. Um,
The
so
work is
it's just,
just starting.
yeah, it's just there's so much with this case, and I mean, I'm sure with anybody who is a family member of victims, um, there's so much. There's so much, and it doesn't stop here. And I do want to help other family members who are going through this, especially those that do end up in the public, of how to maybe protect themselves a little bit and not
Guide
get
them
taken
through the
advantage of
process.
with the exploitation, huh?
Guide them through the process
Right.
because
There's no handbook that I know of.
no.
Um, Not that every situation is the same. Okay, going live at 5. Announcement out. KJ said. All
5
right.
your time, KJ, or 5 my time?
You'll see
Or are you my time?
it. Yes. No, she's my time. Central.
Okay.
So 6 your time.
Because I'm sitting here having a conversation
From the
with Trish and
girl. Yeah, from
interrupting
the
her
girl.
stuff.
From the girl who was late today. Because they said 9:30 Mountain. So
Okay.
okay. Go ahead.
Court is officially adjourned.
Uh,
So, according to the article that just got tweeted from East Idaho News, Lori's case appears to be going ahead on April 3rd.
all right.
So, I guess I will be seeing you
All
in
right.
April.
Well, I mean, hey,
That's
it's
the silver
halfway.
lining in the dark cloud
Right.
is that I get to meet you and be with you and get to meet a whole bunch of other people
Yeah.
that
That are
involved in it, just the friends I've made through this channel,
yeah,
KJ's channel,
through this case, through Tylee, Charles, Sammy, JJ.
because of them,
Mm-hmm.
it brought a whole family together.
That's how love wins. That's it's an idea. It's just it's something my uncle said, and it grabbed me.
Yep.
And it has been like I don't know if it adopted me or I adopted it, but either way, we found each other.
I don't know.
And
I adopted you.
right, thank God.
So did Tom.
Yes, and same. Kathy is the glue.
No,
Yep,
I'm not. I'm just
whatever.
a person that, fell into this like everybody else did and happened to create a bond with an amazing young woman who became my daughter.
Oh, oh,
And now I'm going to cry.
what the hell was that?
Um, my computer, my phone, I
Oh, I
don't know.
was like, whoa.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get the sounds off, like the notification sounds on my computer not to come through my headphones.
Oh, you just gotta silence them. No, I
But if
mean,
I silence,
and then you
it
don't get people.
silences me too. And, I'm sure you guys don't
Oh,
want me silenced.
Leanne Ferguson says I'm late.
Leanne, welcome.
You're fired. No,
No,
I was
she's
late.
one of the absolute best.
What exactly? She said, "What's the news?" Well, Chad and Lori's trials have been severed, much like their hearts a long time ago.
I bet Lori is I, mad,
I,
angry.
I hope she's pissed as all. Oh, she's pissed enough to get a divorce. I want to see how
Yeah,
that
I
would
was
go down.
going to say that, but I didn't know if that was a good word to use.
Yeah, you're out the corner now, Wilbur. Dunce cap. It reminds me of. Have y'all ever been to Dick's Last Resort? Oh my god.
Never heard of it.
It's this restaurant. I went to San Antonio and a long time ago, and they have a restaurant called Dick's Last Resort, and they actually make these. They actually get paid to be exactly what the name says, DICK. And
Wow.
so everybody's just like, the waitress came to take our orders, and I was like, "Oh wait, I want a Dr Pepper." I said, and she was like, "I didn't ask," and I was like, "Okay." You can't go in there with like a with an ego or anything. It's fun, and like while you're eating, they take these yard, lawn blow a blower for your lawn or whatever, and they throw toilet paper at you and make these dunce caps for you, and like on my cap, my white paper hat that's like about 2 feet off the top of my head. Everybody has hats, right? And mine said, "My cat is hungry." Yeah, well, it says "my," and then they drew a cat is hungry. And it was just, it's hilarious. It's funny. It's
Hold
fun.
on.
That's okay. Um, Katie says Laura has crabs. Yep. Oh my God. I don't know. She didn't say anything about it. It's not Nate in there today. Nate took a vacation day or something. Um, and this one doesn't seem, or the
No,
Kate one, she didn't seem, Nate's a little more detailed, I guess you could say.
yeah, she seems to be good, but she's just not as. And the two zombies, one zombie was in court and one zombie was on Zoom.
Right. They're still there. Not. They used to be there, but now they're shells of what's left. So, oh yeah, before we go, I do want to share this with you guys um, because I think it's important. Now, last week, or sorry, Monday, I told y'all about how, before Melanie Gibb, um, thank you, Suze. Um, Before Melanie Gibb and, uh, okay, I looked away. When Melanie Gibb came out with her interview with East Idaho News, before that happened, Nate had emailed my mom and my dad, and basically the same Reddit email that I've talked about a bazillion times, and I know other people have too, because it's pretty much ranked to be true, right? So we can pretty much say that that came from Melanie Gibb, right? And well, but the one version that my mom shared with me is just a little bit different, and so it always just fills in a couple more details, in my opinion. I think so. So now I'm looking through my screenshots. Or wait, I put it in Microsoft also. This is me. Um, there. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. Okay, allegedly. Oh man.
You can do it, Krisha.
Well, it lied. Hold on. Oh come on. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Literally. Oh, here's that other thing I wanted to share with y'all too, though.
Squirrel.
Hey, all the way. For this was from East Idaho News, and it was a post of Melanie. I really let me leave that alone because I don't know exactly how to source it, but it was from her testimony with Chad at Chad's hearing. But I'll share it on my community wall. Is what I'll do because
That's a good idea.
it just fills in a little bit more. Come on, Krisha K, get it together, girl. I
I
mean,
think you're doing beautifully, my dear, considering this just was like a wake up. Oh,
it hadn't
let's
hit
do
yet.
this.
It has not hit yet. It won't. But I mean, it's not devastating. It's not like they got off of something or she's back in the spa or anything like that. But you got to get through it to get to it. That's something I used to always say. Thank you, Speakeasy. So sorry they will be severing. I know it's a lot, but what other choice is there? Exactly. Thoughts on the unknown DNA at the crime scene? I am screaming at the top of my lungs, right?
Well, according to Twitter, which is where I'm going right now, um, that unknown, they said they won't be able to use it at Lori's. Archie was saying he can't use it
What?
because the unknown DNA thing because of the time frame. Let me go
Hmm.
back.
Yeah, I don't see. I have to sit there and like read it to myself by myself for me to, you know, I always had a problem with comprehension. It's the ADHD thing.
Um,
And just like me catching things every time I watch with, one of them idiots talk. Okay, while you're looking for that, I'm looking for what I've said I was going to find. So, doo 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 doo. I don't know. I feel like, where the hell did it go? I
I'm
have to
trying to
look
find
at
where I saw what.
Sorry, we're both in search mode.
Tom, hush.
Actually, he can talk while we're not.
He just said, "Do you want me to talk while you guys are?"
Just laugh. Mhm.
He'll hear you in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Instead of 10-second Tom, he's 30-second Tom. That's
Well, I can't find it, but there was something about Archie saying to the, um,
there he is.
that he wouldn't be able to use the new stuff because she won't waive her right to a speedy trial. So
Hmm.
she's got, they have to use what they have.
So that's crazy how it's just going to go back and bite him in the butt. That's a
He's
little
probably so frustrated with her.
karma.
I can't even imagine.
Well, you know what? It takes two to tango. Oh, sorry. I was doing that too. Thank you, Beach Bum. Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
I'll leave it alone.
Um, Maybe it's one of Chin's kids' DNA. Crochet and Bambi says. Thank you
Huh.
so much, Beach Bum. Appreciate ya. I think so. I would say so. I don't know. It's not a very educated guess, but that's just me and my gut feeling.
At this point, all we can do is speculate. So,
That's what
that's
yeah.
fine. Allegedly, this is,
Right. You can what if the hell out of it.
yeah.
Because we don't know. Why? Because they don't say nothing. Why? Because they're jerks.
And little brands, it would mean 2 10-week trials.
I don't know.
I think. Maybe it'll only be 5 weeks. That would be awesome.
Yep.
I might could talk Tom into letting me go away for that long. But
Right? No, I feel the same way too. With Jason, and I'm like, oh, I'll probably be ready to come home within a week, but I can't. Someone was saying, speakeasy. Oh my God, speakeasy lounge. I can't speak easy. Someone was saying there was no evidence proving she was at the scene, the crime scene, because it didn't come out in pretrial hearing. But they, the state, doesn't have to tell everything they have at pretrial, right?
right. And Rob Wood did say in a previous hearing or whatever that they had sufficient evidence to convict Lori.
Oh yeah, and Rob Wood said it.
That's what I
That
just
they
said.
have
Rob said
more.
that. Yeah, and a pretrial, you just need enough to show that it can go to trial. And Lori didn't have a pretrial hearing.
Exactly. She watched Chins.
She waived her right to that, but not to a speedy trial.
Yeah, that's because she got to see Chins. you know.
She was
Yeah, and that was the benefit to her for him going. first,
Yeah.
Man, I've got to, once I get off of here, I'll be able to process it in my head, like things just have to kind of click into place. It's like
Yeah.
it shakes up your whole timeline, your internal timeline, if you will. So it's like, I don't know, just start having to look at things with a different lens and a different light, and it's okay. You know, it
Yeah.
does suck, but worse things have happened.
Put some
There's
under.
murder victims that they had their worst days, and we did too when they were found murdered.
Their worst days are just haven't even begun. And I just want to answer this. They may not have enough evidence, but they do for conspiracy
Yeah.
for Chad for murdering the kids, but I believe they have enough evidence for Chad for murdering Tammy.
Oh yeah, because that's first degree. That's Lori. Wait, is Lori in that one? Hold
I
on.
think she's in it for conspiracy, not
Yeah,
for the actual murder.
right. So I mean, for them to say first degree murder, anyways, for Tammy, that right there tells me everything I need to know.
Exactly. And
And exhuming a body, and having, obtaining a search warrant to search his property. You know what you have to go through to do just those two things, just to exhume a body
yeah,
and to dig on somebody's property a couple times. You got to have some real probable cause. I did learn that.
yes, you do.
Um, and so they can just do the deniability thing, the plausible deniability thing. That's also a trend. Um, and monkey see, monkey do. Birds of a feather flock together all the live long day. I don't care who you are. It is what it is. Right, Rambo? And yeah, Lori did the Wheel of Fortune already. Now it's the Wheel of Misfortune. I
Exactly.
concur. So I can't find the damn thing.
It's
But
and it's not
oh,
meant to be found this
I know.
morning.
Right now I
For
will as soon as I hang up with y'all. But like I mean I can just say this because I know this for sure is different, right? Something that I hadn't heard from the Reddit email. Just I've only seen it right here. There was an email that Nate had sent to my mom and my dad whenever Melanie Gibb, when he did his interview with Melanie Gibb before it came out. And I guess it was just kind of like a buffer, like, hey, here you go, kind of to
a
know what to
warning.
expect, I guess, a warning, a trigger warning. And now in this email, it says, but I can't find it right now because it's my life. um, that Melanie Gibbs said that there wasn't one thing of Tylee's there, and I just find that jarring. So Melanie's is a allegedly an effing liar. um, and they're all liars, but
Well, I was
anyways,
gonna say, they all lie and they all make the story work to fit their own.
narrative, right?
Yeah.
Yep, to save their butts. So, oh, hug them grandbabies. Shy. Thank you for being with me, Jay Hughes, with us.
Yes.
Um, oh wait, let's see. Speakeasy Lounge says weren't they both charged with first degree and conspiracy on the kids? Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta go look.
Conspiracy to commit murder in Idaho,
It's the
from what
same
I
way,
remember, carries the same sentence as murder.
right? Correct, as Jason says. Right. Um, so right here is the oh, I did jot this down earlier. So conspiracy to commit first degree. This was for Lori. Conspiracy to commit first degree murder and grand theft by deception for the death of Tylee Ryan. Conspiracy to commit first degree murder and grand theft by deception for the death of J.J. Vallow. Conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Oh, conspiracy. And the death of Tammy Daybell. first-degree murder for the death of Tylee Ryan, first-degree murder for the death of J.J. Vallow, grand theft related to Social Security survivor benefits, over $1,000 allocated for Tylee and J.J. So, yeah, I'm glad you asked that, Speakeasy.
Yeah, she's facing a lot of
You're
charges,
welcome.
and all they have to do is get her on the conspiracy. That's the minimum they have to convict her of to get
Right.
her out of here forever.
Yeah. I believe Chad's been bluffing when he smiled at Lori. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pryor's probably at the bar having a drink now to celebrate.
Isn't it dry over there? I think.
I don't know.
They're casting all right, but it's more. There are so many things I've come up with for their casters. That's for sure. Podcast. They cast out alleged demons. Um, it's oh my god. I think Jason's been pretty funny lately, y'all. It cracks me up. I'm like, who is this guy? I like funny guys too. But only
We
dry
love
on
us some
Sundays.
Jason. Only
Yeah,
drown.
Vicksburg. I think you have to go to like, is it Fremont County? I didn't drink when I was there, but I remember my mom telling me.
Well, just as long as there's alcohol available in Ada County and in Nampa, um, we're fine.
Hmm, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for being here, Jay Hughes, and everybody else. Yeah, they can. Yes, they can. um, it's a shame, really. Um, just with the story that has gone down in the Mormodor and the rest of the world lately. I'm sorry, I just took a bite. Picking food out of my. It's rice and gravy. I love rice and gravy. But uh, the hundred. Wait, I'm horrible at just recalling things verbatim. I can kind of tell you the gist of it, but in a longer way. So I'm going to look for it. But the church being charged or having to pay that big penalty for the SEC, which is a
Oh, the 5 million.
yeah. Well, they only had to pay $1 million, but their arm, which is Ensign, they use shell accounts
Right.
made up. To me, that this is catfish. They just made sock accounts or whatever to funnel, if you will, allegedly, um, money, tithing money for that whole rainy day thing, or Jesus Christ second coming. For what? You know, I think. I mean, really, this is so absurd. It's so freaking absurd. And you're just like, who buys into this? I mean, not that. Not, oh crap.
So-
Well, that was instant karma.
that happens.
Right there. Oh my god. All right, that's all, folks. Anyways, um, it just doesn't make sense. The stuff that these men who are fallible or whatever. Is it infallible or fallible?
Fallible.
Who are fallible, who are just dudes. How do they
They're human.
get away with this? How does it I know it's not thriving, but how did it? That's that baffles me. I'm just like, how did a lie just get this big? It Scientology. I mean, just all these bad things.
Well, Gresha, look at Murdoch.
Yeah,
For
true.
10 years,
Yeah.
at least, this man even in the midst of addiction and everything else, managed to steal and convince
Manipulate.
all of these people that he was this absolutely different person. So if one human being can do that to that many people, the pyramid gang
Yeah,
should not have, it's just, and I don't want to say that these people are gullible because that's not what I mean,
yeah, it's not.
but they believe, and they believe in their leaders, and they believe what's being told. They don't know what's
Different.
going on at the top of the pyramid,
Right.
and that's all
Because there,
coming
it's
out.
easier for us to see as an outsider, for
Right,
sure. That's an advantage from my point of view, from my perspective. So that's yeah. Whenever it came out like that, like what? How did they buy into? That's not what I meant.
right.
How do those men just continue? But it's kind of one of those rhetorical questions that you're just because, and you just have to try and hope that whenever people are ready, to learn the truth, then it's inside of you. It's inside of every one of us. I think we're all truth seekers, and it is a gut feeling, and you follow that. And you like I used to do that to myself. I used to discount and dismiss my gut feelings. I was like, oh, I can make him a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then no, and then you do or I did the whole insanity thing over and over again, expecting different results, and that just wasn't. You get tired or dizzy, or both. So it's just sad. It's disheartening, but that is also part of this positiveness and love winning, um, through their stories, through Tylee, Charles, Tammy, JJ's, and Joe's stories. It had like whenever, I had that dream about my uncle telling me that their deaths would uncover something far more dark and far more sinister, and I just thought to myself, what the hell could be darker than zombies? And yeah, the, a lot of things. There's a lot of things, a lot, um, and it's just sad. But that's what their deaths have uncovered, something far more dark and far more sinister. Um,
That's true.
and it has opened a lot of people's eyes. It's opened mine. It's opened mine, and I'm not able to live in that ignorant bliss. It's a blessing and a curse. Like the ignorance, it is bliss, but it's also ignorance, and so it got me out of that my little bubble and into real life as well. I say real life like I go outside and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never been interested in any of this ever, ever. Um, but I am now. Um, I, I'm like, I hate it. I told Jason last night that I hated ethics. I hated my ethics. I mean, my, not ethics, my civics class. I was in trouble all the time. I had to sit next to my teacher's desk. That's how bad I was.
Oh, wow.
Whatever. I wasn't bad. But anyways, I probably was. But I was just disinterested, until it affected my life. Then I was like, so you can do things about this. Oh, you can have a voice. Your voice does matter. Oh, speaking up, speaking out. That's how love wins. That's how I heal. And it's not to point out things. It's not to, um, humiliate anybody or embarrass anybody. It is because I love my fellow human. So it is what it is. Yeah. So, yeah. So it was about this. This isn't the right article, but I had to throw something on there. All right. Thank you, Jay Hughes. Love always wins to you too. um, okay. Yeah, and it is, and I can only imagine. I just imagine that across the board. When I spoke to my dad about the atrocities committed by the Catholic Church, he said people were just making it up to hurt the church, and they were all evil, right? And it's sad. My uncle Bobby, hardcore, hard, hardcore Catholic. My grandfather, hardcore Catholic. My uncle Charles came from a hardcore Catholic home, and he slipped right into another hornet's nest or bee's nest. Be bad.
Be nice.
Um, thank you, love. It will. It does. Y'all are proof of it. Y'all are proof of love winning. All right, so KJ's gonna go live. I'm going to go eat because I'm hungry. That's why I was salivating earlier.
Yeah, that's why.
God dang it. That's exactly why, Kathy.
Yeah, and I
But
have to
anyway,
feed that dog that was growling in the background because I accidentally touched him. God forbid.
yeah, that was me. My mama Trahan, y'all know how I love my mama. But she wasn't my real grandmother. She was my step grandmother. But I was around since I was 18 months old. And when my mom and dad would go out, she said that my mama and papa told me that I would sit by in front of the refrigerator. Shocker. I just thought about that. I was probably guarding the damn thing in the car. So I like to eat. But anyways, but I had my raggedy old doll. Okay, 18 months old, and I was like, "Leave me alone, leave me alone." They try to, interact with me, and I leave me alone, leave me alone. It's true. I'm still like that. Leave me alone. I like my little space. Anyways.
Me too, and then Tom retired.
That
Sorry.
one's not retired, but he's,
But you know,
pretty
you understand.
Yes, he left this morning. That's why I was here and kind of on time, almost on time, because he wasn't here to distract me. I don't know. It's something about people being around. I'm able to. When people are around, I tend to kind of drag my butt. So, anyways, that was record time this morning. So, mm, yeah, I never heard of this, but I will. Oh, that's terrible. Imagine there's so many missing people. It's nuts.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
That is a whole nother life. Another Earth life, please. What'd y'all think about the? I do want to ask. What'd y'all think about this? What'd y'all think about that? You know? Oh my gosh. Well, this is awkward, right? Have any of you guys gone to read on or
I have.
learn more about it? Hey, detective's daughter. Good. Is it morning? Good morning. Top of the
It's
morning to you.
afternoon. Well,
Yeah, it's still
still morning for her.
and me too. I ain't gonna lie. Not technically. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I
Uh,
wonder if
I
Oprah has
love
ever
publicity though.
commented on this Chad stuff.
Do what?
I wonder if Oprah is aware of all of this and if she's ever publicly commented on it.
I don't know. Doctor. Oh no, no, no. Keith Morrison did. He was like Oprah. Everybody loves Oprah, and he's not on the list. But Dr. Phil is on the list, and so is Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
There's that, and it is Brian Koberger
Yeah.
because it is with a Y. I was like, oh, okay, weird.
I
And
saw that.
new name Noah. He's the guy who did all the undercover videos of the temple.
Right.
that whole thing that I shot with that or not shot, that was their shots, of the temple projecting, which is to me is art, because that's exactly who what Chad and Lori and friends did and do. They project onto their victims and everybody around them. So to me, that's the artistic meaning behind that. You know, I was just like, whoa. I think deep like that. Crazy.
Well, see, it was if it since it was Brian Koberger, because I saw his name and I wanted to like call you right then and go, see, it was him. That list had to have been updated in the last few months,
Yeah.
unless they are truly psychic, I guess, or can really, have these visions. Why else would his name be on there?
Michael Adam, but has lots. I mean, whatever. I mean, just uh, it hurts your brain, and that's just the celestial. I still have to go into there's 7 kingdoms total, but at least I know, and and we know that Chad didn't make this up. It confirms that. It's
Right.
like he didn't make this is not just his, and there are other people who believe this, and it's pretty elaborate. Okay. I mean, I realized he wasn't like a big go getter. And then again, he wasn't a big go getter, you know. But my dad used to say, he's a go getter. Not Chad, anybody. She goes to work and he goes and gets her.
That is something that Mr. Tom would say.
Well, I grew up, that's my entire childhood. That's why I think I joke so much. There's always a joke. But, anyways, all right. Well, I guess we'll say goodbye and do this again Sunday. You
Oh,
know,
fun. Well, I won't be here Sunday. I mean, I'll be in chat. I'm not going to be in here.
I don't really know what to talk about besides just more into that crazy town. You know, we'll see. I'm sure we'll talk about what happened today. We'll know a little more. We can kind of. KJ's going to talk tonight. We'll better glean from it and then come back together and do what we do.
And by the end of tomorrow, which is how he does it, there might be new orders from Judge Boyce
Friday
to talk about, because tomorrow's
at
Friday and they always do it at the last
at
minute.
the last minute, right? So I'll try and post that in the on the community tab also. I have some that I need to post there anyways already. So if you see them, those are kind of not so new, but within since the 21st for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good night or good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day, and let's be kind to our neighbors and just look out for everybody.
And thank you for putting up with me.
Same. I will protect the daughter. I was waiting on this to happen today. Now I gotta kind of put it all into perspective, and then we'll better go from there tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you guys, and we'll see you Sunday.
Bye, guys.